Hey everyone, this is Will from Junk Rens, and I definitely see that little baby binky up in the thing. That's what you have when you are a parent. You have binkies sometimes in random places. But anyway, uh, figured I would give a little video review on another thing that I found at Family Dollar store, and it is on the SpaghettiOs. You can also tell it's SpaghettiOs. SpaghettiOs cheesy pizza O's. And you see that it's from Campbell's, and I did not realize that it was from Campbell's till after I had bought it. Campbell's is one of the companies that I am presently it's presently on my boycott list because of their stance that they take on the on the LGBT homosexual agenda. They are pro LGBT, and that doesn't really reflect the values of what I stand for or my family. Of course, I'm not going to get deep into that per se, but I did not realize that it was Campbell's, and but I've already gotten it, and rather than I can't really take it back per se. So I'm going to go ahead and try it so I can at least know what it tastes like. But now I know definitely to avoid the actual SpaghettiOs brand. I'll have to try to find the equivalent of it at other stores, the off brands, like a Great Value or something like that, or Best Value. Whatever the local stores have. But anyway, I got two of them here of the cheesy pizzas. Now everybody knows what SpaghettiOs taste like. If you're a kid from the 80s, 90s, 70s, 80s, 90s, and you know what SpaghettiOs taste like. You know that they're not necessarily like real spaghetti, but they are, one of those classic nostalgia things. But this is one of those specialty kind of the cheesy pizza O's. And that's kind of on the blurry side. There we go, cheesy pizza O's. You see the big slice of cheese pizza. Big slice of cheese pizza. Let's see if we can zoom. Yeah, look at that. Cheese pizza. What is this dude doing? Hanging off something. Anyway, I'm going to heat these up. And this is another taste test review. And what I'm going to heat them up in, and this is actually something interesting that I found, is this. Most of the time I would heat them up in my little rapid ramen cooker sort of thing. And then I got to looking at it, and the lo mein the lo mein containers are basically the same thing. They're a little on the more. These are actually pretty tough right here. I mean, they're not as hard grade plastic as the rapid ramen cooker. So I'm not going to say they're as durable as the rapid ramen cooker, but these are still pretty tough. I mean, you can see it's of course, the rapid ramen cooker is not going to be able to push that in. But this is still very, very tough. And you can still use it to heat up your ramen, heat up a thing of soup, heat up a thing of SpaghettiOs. And it works. So, it's a good way of recycling the lo mein containers. And there we go. I'm going to heat these up in this and see the directions on this thing. It says ready in 3 minutes. Let me do the zoom in. I'm doing this on my phone. One thing I love about my phone is that it gives clearer video, but it doesn't automatically zoom in. Ready in 3 minutes. Microwave ovens may vary. Heat high in 1.5 to 2 minutes. Let it sit for a minute afterwards, of course. Always got to let it sit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to heat it up. But since there's 2 of them, I'm going to do them for about 4 minutes, maybe 5, in the microwave. And I'll get back to y'all with the taste test. Alright, everyone. Have the SpaghettiOs here. And I've got them heated up. My wife's lunch is heating real quick, and before I go in there to eat lunch with her, I'm going to give the taste test on these cheesy pizza O's SpaghettiOs. So we're going to give them a shot. And before we do that, let me go into a little bit of an explanation real quick. Considering what I was saying about Campbell supporting the LGBT movement and stuff, no one should have their life threatened, and no one should be assaulted or any other illegal acts done against them. And the Bible does teach us to love our neighbors, and that to take care of people and see that they have the necessities of life. Now, that being said, while I advocate that, I do also advocate the point that the Bible makes that sin is sin, and that just because that you make sure that someone has what they need to live, that they're protected from harm, basically the equivalent of what the Good Samaritan did to the man who was traveling and that fell upon by thieves and robbers. That doesn't necessarily mean you condone the sin, and it's counterproductive. I always give this disclaimer, because that Christianity has been seen so much as of late as a hateful movement, or because it's so people are so polarized that they think that you have to either condone, the homosexuality, or you have to hate the person and wish harm upon them and fall harm upon them, and it's counterproductive either way. What it is, my stance is very simple. Homosexuality is a sin, and people need to repent of their sin, or else they will have to stand, because we all have to stand before God in judgment. But does that mean I advocate like what happened with the Orlando shooting? No, I do not. So anyway, for more on that, you could check out my sermon channel, Hebrews 4:13. And just go and listen to my sermons. I try to keep Junk Friends light, but I had to do a little disclaimer there about the product that I wound up purchasing, and why that I did so by mistake, that I did not realize it was Campbell's beforehand, and why that I do not support Campbell's. But anyway, on to the taste test. Alright, everyone. Let's see if this actually tastes like cheese pizza. And it doesn't. It tastes like a slightly cheesier version of SpaghettiOs. Only slightly. I mean, it's lunch. Once again, it's filling, but I I'm kind of disappointed in the flavor of it because it tastes just like the SpaghettiOs. I mean, the nostalgia factor is there that it tastes like SpaghettiOs, but the image that they give on the product makes you think that you're going to take a bite of it, and it's like biting into a cheese pizza. Two tastes completely different. But anyway, I'm going to let y'all go, and I'm going to finish my lunch, and I will catch y'all later.